So we have got ChatGPT Atlas, but is it really worth all of that hype? So today we're gonna test that. I'm gonna test it with you and show you what we get. I did some testing beforehand. This is why I'm doing this video, because the results are interesting. In my opinion, it is better than Comet. It is better than the Claude plugin. It is better than anything out there. And to be fair, when I use ChatGPT Atlas, I'm using it with the Pro model, which makes a huge difference in my opinion. So in all of these other platforms, I don't have access to such an extended compute type of model like GPT-5 Pro, which is with no doubt the best and number one reasoning model out there. So couple that with something like a browser by OpenAI, the results are amazing. So today I will show you why I say this tool is the best by using it for two real cases that I'm using again with GPT-5 Pro model. And with this and without any further ado, let's get started.
Subscribe to Daddy's channel, The Mic.
So as you can see, I am already on Atlas. So this whole episode, the screen that you're gonna see, it is Atlas itself. I will have in the description the link for this blog by ChatGPT by OpenAI, and this is introducing ChatGPT Atlas. It's an interesting read. I recommend that you do it yourself. It has all the blows and whistles that come with Atlas. This is, again, they stress this is just the starting point. Many things will come into the browser. If things keep coming, it might be a really solid case by OpenAI that pushes people like me to take a little bit of risk after some assurances on their end, and we start using this browser more and more, at least in my opinion. The value proposition should be a little bit stronger before people start using it, but it definitely has lots of interesting features as we speak, and we're gonna use some of them. The only thing I will not use and test, even for the video, is my email. I will not give it access to my email, not yet at least. And so read all of this. You're gonna have the link in the description. And with this, I want just to jump straight into testing so you can see how it works. Let me take you for the first challenge for Atlas. So I know the text is small, so don't worry about it. Fundamentally, in this test, what I am doing is I'm attaching my CV to Atlas here, or ChatGPT basically, and I'm asking it to go do a deep dive and analytics to my LinkedIn page or LinkedIn profile, and then read my CV from the attached file, and then go to my web CV. I have a CV portfolio or a web CV portfolio on a website, on a domain that I created, vibe coded the whole thing, that actually I can show you. So this is my web CV that I vibe coded. It has all the sections that you would want in a web CV. So I'm also asking it to read that portfolio along with everything else, do research when it comes to my type of career or role or discipline in my career level, so the experience that I have, and basically optimize my LinkedIn profile and look at it even aesthetically, how it looks, and do the same for my CV in a way that I'm asking it to frame itself as an expert in headhunting or hiring C-level or director level or VP level people in top tech companies. So it's gonna do all of that analysis, browse all of these different areas of my work or social media online, my online presence, on top of my CV, on top of my web portfolio, and it will give me an optimized LinkedIn profile. So it will tell me do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it will also optimize my CV in a certain way. The end goal that I'm asking it to perform, the end goal is for me, when I do all of these enhancements, either through LinkedIn or either applications that I do with my CV, to be hired by one of the top tech companies in the space and in my own discipline. It's a big ask that I suspect it will take lots of time. This is a part here where you can actually decide logged in or logged out, so I will keep it logged in. So I wanted to go to my LinkedIn profile that's logged in and other things. I'm okay with that. I selected agent mode, and if you see this here, also I have selected GPT-5 Pro. Also, you can see that here. I'm using the best of everything. So with this, let's hit go, and I'll keep you posted as things start happening with the agent and it starts doing the work, whatever it's interesting enough for you to see. And here we get the agent. So the first thing the agent did is actually went to my web portfolio, and you can see it is honestly the UI is super interesting. Also here it is going now to my LinkedIn, and it went to my profile, so it's looking through my profile now. And if you look at the right side, you can see everything, the chain of thought, kind of everything that it's doing, or Atlas is doing, is actually describing. So you can see what it is trying to do now or next just by reading the text on the right side panel. So here it's clearly looking through my profile. So now it's going to the detailed experiences of my career. So it went to that section and it's reading the whole thing. So this is the dangerous part. It went to edit, and I don't know if it will edit something for me. So that's dangerous. Okay, so it closed the window. Now this is just a kind of an alarm for everyone who wants to use this. It could have, if I didn't prompt it maybe perfectly, which I think I did, or if it just went sideways as an agent, it might have, and it has the access, modified things on my live LinkedIn profile, maybe deleted some of the experiences and hit save. You have to really consider the risks when using this. Again, trust is a big factor here. Now it's looking at the different sections of my web CV. So it went to the about section again, maybe reading the same experience in different perspective or different ways. And also, by the way, if you see the cursor by the agent, by Atlas, it has like a small description of what it is doing. So now it's going to my strength section here. So let's see if it scrolls through it. And just for you to note, here I can click take control in the bottom, if you see that, or stop. So if something happens that is dangerous, I can stop it. Or if I want to take control and do things myself, I can. Okay, now it moved to the next section, core competencies. So it's moving section by section on the same page. I don't know if you notice here, I got content failed. This is where I had the text coming from ChatGPT. Now it's still working, the agent is working, but here I'm getting content failed to load. I will not touch anything, I'm gonna just see it through till the end. And by the way, I asked it to load all of the response in a Google document on my Google Drive. So there will be an action part here. I will not just get a text response. It will go to my Google Drive, it will create a file, it will put a text of how to edit and modify my LinkedIn profile and my CV. If you're interested in the prompt I used, because I used a really sophisticated, detailed prompt when I asked it for this request, that minimizes any potential for hallucination or putting information that is not real about me in my LinkedIn, or recommending that at least to me, so it wouldn't waste my time. So if you're interested in the prompt, put a comment in the comment section for me. I will pin it to one of the comments if you ask for it. So I think it stopped. I think something went wrong here. So this is the first feedback for Atlas people. I think we are out of the session and it stopped. Let me hit try again, see if it will carry on. So if I try to go back to the content to that session, I'm getting this error. So I'm hitting try again. Okay, so it actually stopped because it's asking me for some information, some clarifications. Now it's not the best way actually to ask for it, because for me it seemed like it came across as if it stopped and got an error. It seems not. It seems it just had some questions to me. So I'll answer and see how this progresses. Okay, so I gave it my responses. Let's hit go and see how it will progress from here. Yep, so we are back to the agent now. Okay, so it seems it collected all of the information it needed, and it just asked me for certain clarifications before the response. You can see here already we are on a Google document on my drive. So I assume that was opened in the proper place. I asked it for a specific folder, which is the same folder where I keep my CV. So let's see if it will actually set a title and then put all of the text that I'm looking for to look into things without me sharing the text. So basically it can even judge the design of my LinkedIn profile. It can judge maybe the website, my web portfolio design, things that in the past when you give it text, it cannot do that for you. So let's see how all of that comes together and what kind of response that we get. So it's testing its ability to put in text. I'm not sure. And I didn't get that the last time I tested it. Last time I just got the response in a document that I asked for. So that's interesting. Okay, so actually we have a failure here. So it did the job and it gave me the response. You can see the response here came in the chat. It didn't come in the document. It kept testing and it failed. I'll give it one more chance. So it's good that the failure happened live on this video in front of you. So I'm not making anything up. And this didn't happen last time I checked. So I will give it one more chance and I will tell it to again make sure that the outcome is in the document as I instructed it. And we'll see if it actually does it in the second time. So here is my response. I'm telling it that I asked for a clear response with all the optimization all in one Google document clearly marked or titled basically in a specific folder on my Google Drive. So let me hit response and see what the agent will do with it. So it started running again and let's see if it actually figures it out this time. I don't know why it failed last time. It seems something very easy to do. It did it a couple of times when I tested before this video. Okay, now it's navigating my Google Drive. So I don't know where that file was opened. Probably it's in the home of my drive. So now it's gonna go to the folder I assume. So my CV, you can see my CV folder, which I mentioned in my original prompt. So I didn't refer to the name of this folder again this time, just I wanted to see the whole session is connected. So now it's trying to access it. It did access it and now it should create a new Google Drive. It's doing that. Okay, it's trying to open something. It shouldn't. It hit the upload before. Shouldn't upload anything. It should go for the Google Drive. So I hope this is clear for you what's doing here. So it should come here to the Google Drive and click it. And I think first it should close the pop-up that opened. Let's see what it does. So I think it's trying to upload something, but it's not able to see the pop-up. This is interesting. So when on a browser, on a middleware like a browser, when you hit such a button, you get this pop-up, right? You can still see it on the screen where you can actually select a file and upload things. So it can't see it apparently. Now it went back to the original Google Drive, which I don't know where it's located. Maybe it will try to move it after it will edit it. Let's see if it actually puts the text here and then figures out a way to move it to the right folder on my Google Drive. So I just closed the pop-up because it was obstructing what the agent is doing. And clearly this is beyond the browser environment, so the agent is not able to see it. The agent is not able to close it, I think. I'm not sure why it's going to testing. So again, if you see, it's testing here again. It's testing with a small sentence rather than just actually putting in the whole text, as if it's not aware that a Google document can take lots of text. At least this is how it seems to me. Okay. So it started putting stuff. So this is the executive summary, LinkedIn and CV improvement plan. Okay, let me see if it carries on now. It added more content. It used some kind of print command. Doesn't look really good in the document. I got a much better result in the last time I ran the agent. So I know for a fact it can do it much better. It seems this time it did not. So it gave the document a name, which is good, and it's hovering around the move document. You can see now it's trying to move it to where I asked it to be. It's doing exactly what I'm asking. It seems it clicked the wrong place, so it clicked on page setup, not move. It cancelled now. Should try again and move it. Okay, it seems it will go through the file menu and go to move that you can see. Yep, it clicked move. This is the folder I asked for. This one here, if you see on the screen. So it should click on this one now and then click move here. It clicked it and clicked move, and we get a confirmation that it has been moved. So it completed the job and it is done. Honestly, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. If you look at the quality of the document, it's honestly bad, but I'll give it this as an excuse. Again, I'm using the Pro model. I don't know if that matters a lot. I just want to show you what I did with it in my offline test before I recorded this video. So I asked it to critique my YouTube channel, kind of tell me if I should carry on with this or not. It's a deep dive, like numbers first type of analysis. It did an amazing work. And the result is something I'm going to keep and I'm going to read in a more detailed fashion myself. But if you look at the document, it's a well-designed, well-structured Google document with a conclusion, with using the right text type, headers, highlight, yada, yada. It's much better than we got now. So it is capable of it. Now, honestly, for us to really judge, we're gonna have to read this, but it's so bad in the way it's organized it, I wouldn't go through it. Now, the only thing I would read is, and maybe tell you what I think is the executive summary, which, as I read it, nothing special here. I'm pretty sure it will have really good stuff here, but I'm not willing to read it because it's really badly done, badly performed. I might run this maybe in a month or two again on Atlas if they roll out some improvements and see how that happens at that time. But this, unless I read it and I'm super impressed with the content, not the design, which is very hard to do with this kind of cluttered text, I might not actually use it all. So let's go for the next challenge. And the next challenge is, again, something practical, something that I might ask an AI browser, something like Atlas or Comet, to do for me. And fundamentally, I'm telling it, go to my YouTube feed, go to X, go to Reddit, places where I research AI topics before I do a video. Scan those, see what people are talking about, what's trending, what's not, and give me the top 3 from highest to lowest priority topics that I should base my next episode on. Now, personally, I made the bet it should be Atlas now for my next episode. So I'm assuming that it will put Atlas number 1 and maybe other topics like Andrei Karpathy's podcast as number 2, or the DeepSeek OCR paper as number 2 or 3, or I like one of them. There's so many things that happened, honestly. It could be any of those. But let's see. I would assume that Atlas will still rank as number 1, not because it's Atlas, because from what I've seen, it is the most trending topic. So again, I selected here agent mode. I selected logged in because I wanted to go to my X, my Reddit, and my YouTube. And again, we're dealing with GPT-5 Pro. And with this, I'll hit go and I will just give you my impressions on the important parts. This time it performed better. So even without wasting my time, it quickly gave me the 3 questions. If you remember last time, it ran a bit and then it got an error, but we found out that the error was actually Atlas asking me questions to clarify things. So I'm going to answer that and I'll hit go and then we will get it to start. Okay, so it's asking about what kind of idea or scope do I look into. I'm telling it, hey, it's up to you. You do the analysis. You have access to my channel. You tell me what I should cover. And then basically it's asking me the next question, is the outcome like more views, more subscribers? I said yes. And the third one is it a topic that you can cover within 25 minutes? I told it basically, for me, this is not an important criteria, and I'm going to hit go and let's see how it runs from here. And now it started its browsing. So it's on my YouTube account. It hit the AI tab, which is interesting. Now it deactivated it, activated it again. So now it will look into my AI feed, it seems. Now it's actually using the internet search. And here we will get something called the multi-tab, where it will search using agent. So the screen that we see, it will search the internet, it will search for videos, it will search for so many different domains around my topic before it answers. And it's done. Actually, it happened much faster than I anticipated, like much faster. We've seen on the screen that it navigated to my YouTube, but we didn't see it actually access Reddit or X. So now it's giving me generative video work. Okay, OpenAI Sora 2 versus Google's Veo. Okay, that's interesting. I wouldn't object to this, and why it's trending and why it fits your channel. Maybe this is what I didn't assume here, is that it's using memory. So I've done a couple of tests using Atlas, asking about my YouTube channel. So a lot of the information already is gathered, I'm assuming, because this finished really fast. And then here it's talking as the second topic is Claude Skills, ChatGPT knowledge connectors, and the rise of autonomous AI agents. Okay, what happened? Anthropic's Claude recently introduced Claude Skills. This is very recent, and I would put it as a top topic, honestly, to cover knowledge connectors. Okay. So it's giving the details. I think it's using the memory from previous work it did. I'm assuming here again. And the last one is AI infrastructure and safety concerns, chip arms. Okay, this is something that I didn't expect at all. So it's explaining what happened in TST Technologies mid-October news around. Okay, so it's roundup reports that OpenAI and AMD struck. Okay, so it's talking about all of these deals that happened between AMD and OpenAI. Some business insider information. I think most of it is browsing and actually memory. So let's see. This is the multi-tab that I told you. Again, it's one of the options that you select before you hit go. For this next test, I selected it. So here you get the chat. We got the response here as well. If you go to this tab, you're going to see all the sources it looked into. So I do not see, yeah, Reddit is here. I don't see X. I see YouTube, see other sites. No images, or actually it collected some of the images around trending topics, which is interesting. Let's see what it got for videos. So it didn't get any results that are here. Let's look at news, and there are also news here that it collected apparently. This is how I understand how it's using this kind of feature here. Let's go back home. So fundamentally, it did the request. I would have actually been more impressed if it did the request as I asked it to do. So I didn't specify, so this wasn't a long prompt this time. I just asked it to use Reddit, to use X, go through them and see what is trending in AI. I don't think that was used. I think it just looked quickly on my YouTube feed, went to the AI tab as we've seen, did an internet search and gave the response. I think that's what it did. And honestly, this is nothing special compared to even Comet or the Claude extension. Even some of them might be actually better, at least when it comes to this test. So is Atlas the breakthrough that people might be talking about? I don't think so. Basically, I am backpedaling here my initial statement I made in the beginning. I do not think it is much better than others. It seemed so when I did my tests before this episode, but based on this test and even a little bit the previous one, I think it's still better, an improvement, but not that much better. Now, they are being honest and saying this is just at the start, things will improve. We're gonna have to wait and see. With the current value proposition and the concerns of privacy and things going wrong when you entrust an AI-based browser with your tools, with your information, with the technology that can actually take action based on all of that access that it has through the browser, the value proposition is not, honestly for me, good enough at all for me to use the tool seriously. I might, again, use it logged out, generic things, research maybe for AI topics without going to my account. So I'll ask it to go to YouTube, again, X, Reddit, without using my credentials. That might be something that I do, but not this way. I don't think it's worth it yet. Maybe in the future it will be. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Tell me, what do you think about ChatGPT Atlas? Did you test it yourself? Do you think, and this is a question for others who tested it, do you think there's a big difference when you use something like the Pro model versus the thinking model? So did I just wait a couple of runs on Pro with my Pro membership with no real benefit? So this is something I might test later on, but if you know the answer, please tell me in the comment section. And with this, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Consider hitting that like button, subscribe button, maybe share it with someone else who would benefit from watching this. And thank you for your time, and goodbye.
Subscribe to Daddy's channel. Give me the mic.